Rukana Habibah, and I've been coaching the wonderful sisters in the Red House community for the last 4 weeks. We've done a self-defence introductory session, and they've done really, really well. I was so, mashallah, so impressed with the turnout and how much they gave towards the sessions in terms of the efforts that they put into it. So well done to all of the sisters who have joined in, and I know there's more of you out there who are thinking about it, so don't be shy. There's plenty of sisters to look after each other. It's a good community here. We look after each other, and it's not as rough as it seems, although we do like to get a good workout from our sessions, but we make it enjoyable as well. So do come and check it out.
What was your experience at the self-defence classes?
Well, I've never had any experience with self-defence at all before coming to this ladies-only class, and I felt really, really safe. And you know, as a woman, you don't really get to play rough. Even just growing up, you don't get to play rough very much. So it's very, very fun knowing that you get to use your full force whilst not really getting hurt or hurting anyone else, and learning as well, because even, you know, just against the sisters here, I realised that I have more to go, and it's so much fun, and I really enjoy it.
So attending the fitness class has been quite an experience for me. I enjoyed it, absolutely enjoyed every part of it. The sisterhood, the fun, rough play, the chocolates and the smiles, everything. And the first session, I felt so light. And I take this session as my me time, see, away from everything. And I feel more confident to go out there. And hopefully not looking forward to anything happening, obviously. But I feel more confident, like I've got some skills to defend myself if anything happens. Hopefully not.
And it's so close by.
Yeah, and it's close by, just down the road from the house. And Coach Habibah, she's so lovely. And
it's so nice to have. It's all ages as well. There's so many ladies. It's so nice to meet other sisters, and for all of us to exercise together and feel strong together, and just become friends as well, because you have to get very up close and personal, but there's no judgment and there's no shame, and you can play rough and be silly, and it's fun, and you learn a lot, and it's really good.
yeah, exciting. Really well for the mental health as well.
So we've got the when we step back first, we drop and we bring it up. So make sure your hands and feet, and then you drop, bring it up. All I'm going to do for this one, bring my arm up over here. She's uncomfortable, so she's let go there. And then for this one, we're just going to high five. That would be a party right to the nose, but you would do a high five. And then I'm going to step right in and hug over, and then we go down. So again, so over here, the arm to my chest here. So again, so I'm going to grab here, twist, bring it in, and come up here, because then from there you can come to the back. So switch hands, so this here, this here. Okay.
Ustadha Habibah, I wanted to mention, she got graded on Saturday, and she got 2 more stripes she got on her purple belt, so congratulations to Ustadha Habibah. She's getting towards the brown belt now. You get 4 stripes, and she's got 3. She's been working hard the last year, she's been teaching a lot, she trains consistently, like 2-3 times a week. She teaches twice a week, so she's chasing after me. This is why I have to keep training. If I start, she'll catch up with me, overtake me. That won't be good for my household. I've got no choice. Yes. Ladies are starting, I think, 16th January. Yeah. We need to promote that, inshallah. We'll get them to sign up. All your wives should be doing it, and all your sisters, mums. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Good to see sisters supporting this initiative, inshallah, of ladies' fitness and self-defence here in the Red House, inshallah, led by taught by Ustadha Habibah. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. We're often referencing one of the hadith of our Prophet ﷺ, where he says, all pastimes are a waste of time. All hobbies are a waste of time, except for archery, horse riding, training a horse, rearing a horse, and in some versions also wrestling and swimming as well. SubhanAllah. So these four, we call them the sunnah activities or sunnah sports: archery, horse riding, wrestling, swimming. They're very beloved to our Prophet ﷺ, very beloved. He loved these. He urges companions to do these sports as much as possible. And subhanAllah, when you see people doing archery, Muslim brothers or sisters, it's also like worship, it's ibadah. It's as if you're watching people praying salah. If you're watching people doing wrestling, it's as if you're watching them pray salah. So what it means is, there's a beautiful story, hadith, our Shaykh Ibrahim Osiefa has often mentions, where Hazrat Bilal, the Mu'adhin, he's calling the adhan, and then he finishes the adhan, and then no one's there. The Prophet ﷺ isn't there, the Sahaba aren't there. So he goes looking for them, and he finds them all at the archery range. They're all at the archery range doing archery, and subhanAllah, he says to them, my brothers, it's salah time, prayer. And the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, he says something to Bilal, oh Bilal, they are in salah. Yeah, subhanAllah, he says they are in prayer while they're doing the archery. So it just shows when we do these sunnah sports, don't take it as just a sport that you do for entertainment or fun. This, when you do it with the right intention, this is ibadah, this is being accepted as worship. And the question we ask then, these sunnah sports, archery, horse riding, wrestling, is this just for the men or is this for ladies as well? Yeah. And I asked Shaykh Ibrahim this in Morocco this summer as well when we went. And is a fiqh principle that anything in the Quran or the Hadith, when there's a command mentioned, is the default is for the ladies and it's for the men. Yeah? Unless there's a specific ayah saying this is just for the men, or specific Hadith saying that no, this is just for the ladies. So based on that, it's safe to presume that the ladies were training at the time of the Prophet ﷺ in groups doing archery, in groups doing wrestling. And there's many examples, we've got so many examples of the female Sahabiyat who are great warriors, and beautiful example of Ayman Baraka. She was one of the mothers of the Prophet ﷺ. He loved her dearly. She was African, and what happened was at the Fatih Makkah, when the Prophet ﷺ was entering Makkah, people were safe to shelter in the Kaaba, they were safe to shelter in the house of Abu Sufyan, but there was 10 wanted men. And they were criminals, and 2 of them were hiding in this house of Ayman, and Hazrat Ali went there, and he says, these 2, I've got orders, they have to be taken, I have to take them. And she said, no, they're in my house, they're safe here, yeah, I'm giving them protection. And he said, no, my orders, I have to take them. So Hazrat Ali goes to take these 2 criminals, and Ayman takes him, throws him down, and pins him, Hazrat Ali. For not just a second, for a number of minutes, she pins him, and she says, I'm not letting you go until the Prophet ﷺ arrives. And then the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ arrives and tells Ayman, let him go, let Hazrat Ali get up. And he says, okay, because this is the house of Ayman, these 2 are safe. SubhanAllah. Yeah, amazing story. Hazrat Ali was war. He was like one of the greatest warriors, one of the greatest soldiers of all time to grace the battlefield. So Ayman, to take him down, was she not training in groups of ladies? Must have been for sure training, subhanAllah, to take him down and pin him. And just one more example, another famous one, Nusayba, also known as Amara, amazing lady, amazing Sahabiyat, unique, she was a warrior, and she becomes famous just from one main story in the Battle of Uhud. In the Battle of Uhud, there's a point when the Muslims were getting defeated, and then the Prophet ﷺ, he had only a handful of companions around him, and it was a very vulnerable point. The Kafirun were attacking, and at one point there's only 2 or 3. And she's with other group of ladies who are taking water, they're taking supplies, they're helping the injured. But she sees the Prophet ﷺ is vulnerable, she makes a huge decision in her life that changes her life forever. She puts down her supplies, she picks up a sword and a shield, and then she's circling the Prophet ﷺ, circling him like a tiger. Anyone who's going near, she's fighting them, keeping them back, subhanAllah. And the Prophet ﷺ is a beautiful hadith. He says, when I looked to my right, I saw Nusayba. When I looked to my left, I saw Nusayba. So amazing. And he says, Nusayba was better than this companion, was better than Fulan. SubhanAllah. And by the end of the battle, she's got 13 wounds on her, 13 wounds. And her shoulder is the worst one. She got a big slash on her shoulder. And for 1 year, she can't use the shoulder. 1 year. But she's not complaining, she's proud of it. She says, this shoulder, see the shoulder, this scar, this injury, this was from defending the Prophet ﷺ. It's amazing, we've got amazing examples. And she goes on to fight in many battles as well, Nusayba, subhanAllah. And she injured many. So to be able to do that, for sure the ladies were practicing sword fighting and they were training in groups. Just like inshallah, you're going to be training in groups over the next weeks and months and years, inshallah. So we get inspiration from these ladies and these female warriors, may Allah be pleased with them. And she fought in a number of battles, and the Prophet ﷺ and the Sahaba, they never stopped her. They didn't say you should be in the kitchen, cleaning, things like that, stuff like that. Yeah, these ladies, this is 1500 years ago, yeah? We talk about women's rights and things like that. So subhanAllah. So that's what I want to say. Obviously there's health benefits. We don't need to go over that. We come from our community, unfortunately, we're the highest in diabetes, blood pressure, heart disease. Yeah. Exercise every day, every week. This is going to be excellent for your health. I really think self-defense for our Muslim community is very important in this day and age also. So anything you can do to keep fit and healthy, and learn some techniques, inshallah. So, alhamdulillah, we're very lucky to have my wife, Ustadha Habibah. She's really immersed herself in all these sunnah sports for a number of years. She's a good swimmer, she does horse riding to a high level, she's got rosettes, archery, she's got medals in archery. The martial arts, since the age of 13, she's really lived a life of martial arts. She did taekwondo up to black belt, she's fought in world championships. And in the last 10 years, she's been doing wrestling, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, she's a purple belt. And she's competed, she's got plenty of medals. You should bring your medals sometime and show some medals. For some inspiration maybe for the youngsters. She's got plenty to show. So inshallah, she'll take care of you, make the most of her. She's doing a 4-week course. Like some of the sisters are asking her, I do hope she carries it on. She's quite busy and I'm urging her to carry it on. She's got 3 children. So if there's a good turnout and there's a good response and people are willing to sign up, then I hope you can push her to keep this going most of the year. A few weeks off Christmas, Easter, summer. I hope most of the time this keeps going every Friday, inshallah. So thank you very much.